leaf between dry sheets of paper, you can make an attractive and handy bookmark.
What a disaster! I didn't even make it through the qualifiers.
I didn't do any better. I was beaten by that little Timmy kid. I've only ever seen him out there feeding pigeons. No clue how he got to be such a good card player.
The next round's starting soon, right? Let's head over and watch the matches. I'm curious to see who'll win the grand prize.
Did you hear that? A grand prize! Sounds like they were talking about a card competition. They must be talking about Genius Invocation TCG! Should be! But let's go ask Diona for details. Wait, what? Am I seeing double? Do you have two tails?
Your eyes are working just fine. Yes, I have two tails. You want to pet them?
Wow, does it hurt when your tail splits into two? Which one did you grow first? Oh, and what do you do when they start moving around while you're asleep?
Oh, well,
sorry if those were tricky questions. I've just never seen anyone with two tails before. Who's Diona chatting with? From her outfit, Paimon would guess she's probably from Inazuma.
oh, don't worry, kid. I'm sure you'll be growing a couple of tails of your own in no time.
Huh? You think I could grow two tails as well?
Sure, you're a yokai too, right? Your yokai power must be really strong if you can already take on human form. I was just climbing a tree one day when another tail popped out, just like that. People started calling me, Nekomata, I think?
Yokai? Nekomata? No. You got it all wrong. My ears and tail are part of my cat's line bloodline.
Oh, so you're not a Mondstadt yokai?
Mondstadt doesn't have anything like yokai. Is this your first time here?
Yep. Fortunately for me, the company I work for has been expanding, so I'm now getting the opportunity to travel to cities all over Teyvat. Oh, it's been such a pleasure chatting with you that I almost lost track of time. I'd better get going, or I'll be late for my next customer. Diona of the Quetzline clan, your pickup is complete. Thank you for choosing Komaniya Express.
Great! Feel free to come hang out anytime. Do only yokai have tails in Inazuma? Hey, Diona! Oh, Traveler and Paimon! Hey, what brings you back to Mondstadt? Well, we figured it's been a while since we visited the Cat's so we thought we'd come and say hi! Oh, and by the way, who was that just now? Oh, she's a courier from Komaniya Express. They're an international delivery service operating out of Inazuma. Huh? Is the Catstail doing international business now? No. A customer left some goods with us and arranged for Komani Express to pick them up. That's all. I didn't mind. You've been to Inazuma, right? Did you, see lots of yokai like her there? Right! But this is actually the first time we've ever seen one with two tails. Whoa! I'd love to go see for myself one day. Huh. Anyway, what were you two here for again? Did you need me for something? Oh, yeah! Paimon almost forgot. Do you know anything about a Genius Invocation TCG tournament? Apparently there's prizes and stuff. A tournament? Oh, you must mean the one being organized by the Adventurers Guild. It's a pretty big event. They even had posters imported from Inazuma. But I'm busy with things here, so I didn't sign up. I don't know all the details. Maybe try asking my boss. Got it! Well, with any luck, we'll win some more, and then we'll treat you to some yummy food. Huh, what do you mean, luck? I'm the one who taught you how to play, after all. That's meow like it. Okay, you two should probably get going now. Head to the Fountain Plaza. My boss usually takes a walk around there at this time of day. All right, we'll go there right away. Hey, Margaret. We thought we might find you here.
Oh, if it isn't the Traveler and Paimon. It's been a while, hasn't it? Let me guess. Back to play some cards?
It's not like we only ever come back to Mondstadt to play cards.
Oh, really? I just assumed you were here to take part in the King of Invocations Grand Prix.
King of Invocations Grand Prix? Oh, that must be the Adventurers Guild one that Diana mentioned.
Mm-hmm, that's the one. Genius Invocation TCG has been attracting more and more players lately. The Adventurers Guild arranged for venues in every city to hold a regional tournament for the King of Invocations Grand Prix. The rewards are quite substantial. Mondstadt is already at the final stage, so I'm afraid you might be a little too late to get that prize.
Really? Oh, darn! We already promised Diana we'd treat her to some food with the Muro we won.
It's all right. There's bound to be a next time. This card game came out of nowhere and has already taken the world by storm. Who knows where it'll go next? The game's creators must be ecstatic with all this success, don't you think? It's unbelievably popular.
Yeah, and it only gets more fun the more people there are to play it with.
Well, you may have missed the boat on the official event, but there's also an unofficial tourney organized by some players. Would that interest you at all?
Unofficial tourney?
That's right. With all the excitement surrounding the main tournament, players can hardly contain their enthusiasm. So they've set up an unofficial tourney aimed at a larger player base. You can sign up at any time and play however many matches you want. They even have pre-built decks for players to use. Oh, and the rewards are pretty generous too.
Ooh, Paimon likes the sound of this. Thanks for the info, Margaret. We'll go check it out.
You're welcome. There are plenty of booths at the venue offering food and other fun activities, so it's definitely worth a visit. Who knows? You might even bump into some old friends there. Right. If there's nothing else you needed, I'll be continuing my walk now.
Paimon still thinks that with your abilities, winning the grand prize in the official tournament would have been as easy as pie. Just imagine it! Honorary Knight defeats foes and emerges as tournament champion! The headline practically writes itself.
Do my ears deceive me? Or do you two have some breaking news to share with me?
Whoa! Who are you? And why the heck are you eavesdropping on us?
Oh, sorry. Force of habit. I tend to keep my ears peeled at all times. Didn't even realize I was listening in. Let me introduce myself. I'm Charlotte, a reporter for the Steambird from Fontaine. I've been posted here to cover the King of Invocations Grand Prix.
The Steambird?
The Steambird is a major news outlet headquartered in Fontaine and widely acclaimed all over Teyvat. We even have regular columnists based right here in Mondstadt.
Ooh, okay. Paimon's name is Paimon, and this is the Traveler. What was that you were saying about some breaking news?
Oh, looks like I've managed to pique your interest. Well, the truth is that my keen reporting senses are telling me that this competition will be chock full of huge news stories.
Huge news stories? You sure your senses are reliable?
Absolutely! After all, I've seen it with my own eyes. There's a criminal who's been slinking around the competition venue, and his name is the Card Snatcher.
Card Snatcher?
Mm-hmm. He stole his opponent's cards when they weren't looking. I was about to try and chase him down, but the next moment, he disappeared into thin air.
But why would someone want to steal other people's cards?
Whatever the truth of the matter, it's my job as a journalist to dig up all the gory details and turn them into my very own exclusive news piece. So, what do you think? Want to join me in my quest to uncover the sensational story that's hiding behind the scenes?
That does sound interesting, but why us? Any reason you singled us out in particular?
Are you kidding me? It's a no-brainer, considering you're the honorary knight who saved Mondstadt, the hero of Liyue who fought alongside the Adepti, a key player in the repealing of Inazuma's Sakoku decree, and the redeemer of the Sumeru Academia.
Okay, point taken. Yeah, it seems like we've ended up making quite a big name for ourselves, huh? Yeah, kinda scary. Does she research all her new friends before meeting them for the first time?
I promise you, teaming up with me will be a great move for you. For starters, when my exclusive news article is published, you'll be credited as contributors. Not to mention that being in a news agency makes me pretty well connected. That'll come in real handy if you're ever traveling in Fontaine. And if you ever wanted to run an ad in the paper one day, no problem. I could make that happen.
That actually sounds genuinely useful. What do you think, Traveler?
Great! Then welcome to the news crew. I've heard that the Traveler always lends a helping hand, so it's nice to know that you live up to your reputation, but even nicer to experience it for myself. Now then, before we start investigating our card snatcher, I have one other small task to take care of first. That Mondstadt columnist who I mentioned earlier is a longtime favorite of the Steambird's readership. Management thought that a cash bonus was in order, so I brought it along with me.
Oh, so we're gonna go meet them now?
Yep, I have the address right here. We just need to make a slight detour to drop off the Mora, then we'll be on our way. I thought you would have figured out who it is I'm talking about by now. From what I've heard, you're quite well acquainted.
Oh, it's someone we know? That doesn't narrow it down much. We know lots of people in Mondstadt. Never mind, just lead the way, Charlotte. Who could it be?
One of your rich friends, I'd assume. After all, you gotta be pretty well off to live in the city, right?
That still doesn't really narrow it down. We know lots of people with lots of Mora.
Wow, I guess being a national hero earns you friends in high places. Here we are. Wait here a moment. I'll go hand over the cash.
Huh? Oh, so it's...
Who is it? Can I help you? Oh, Traveler and Paimon, what brings you here? And I'm sorry, I don't believe we've...
You must be Mona Magistus, the astrologist. It's an honor to finally meet you. I'm Charlotte, a reporter from the Steambird. Your columns have been so well received by our readers lately that our management asked me to present you with this cash bonus.
She got Mona's full name and title right on her first try. She really does do her homework.
Ah, you must be Charlotte. Welcome, welcome. Please, just call me Mona. Gosh, this is a long way to come from Fontaine. I hope it wasn't too much trouble.
No trouble at all. It was on the way.
Wow, sounds like your articles are a real hit with readers all over Tibet, Mona.
Have I never told you? Well, I've been writing my column, All Things Astrological, for the Steambird for a long time now. The chief editor wrote to me a while ago about the bonus. Thank goodness it's finally here. I was wondering when it would arrive.
You make it sound like you really needed this. Are you pressed for money, Mona?
What? No, of course not. It's just that once I knew the bonus was coming, I reallocated some funds that I'd previously set aside for daily necessities and purchased some expensive equipment. That's all.
Classic Mona.
Aha! Perfect! Renowned astrologist broken starving. Do the stars really have all the answers? The article practically writes itself.
Mona's actually super rich. It's just that astrology research is really expensive.
Super rich is a bit of a stretch. Anyway, enough about that. What brings you back to Mondstadt this time, Traveler in Paimon?
Originally, we just came to catch up with a friend of ours. But some things have come up, and now we're helping Charlotte investigate the case of the Card Snatcher.
Speaking of which, will you be competing in the King of Invocations Grand Prix? Where it is that the prizes are pretty stellar.
I'm much too busy with my research these days to dedicate time to a competition. Besides, even if I did enter, there's no guarantee I'd actually win a prize, is there?
Isn't there? I'd have thought you'd be certain to win with astrology on your side. You'd know all of your opponent's cards ahead of time.
What do you take me for? No self-respecting astrologist would dream of abusing their beloved art for such crude purposes. Besides, it wouldn't be fair to the other contestants.
Well said. Spoken like an accomplished academic and a conscientious citizen.
Well, yes, obviously. Anyway, if past precedent is anything to go by, you're the ones who ought to be wary of what's around the corner. Especially if you're chasing after this card snatcher, was it? Sounds like bad news. Shall I take a glance at what you're up against?
Thanks for the offer, but there's no need. Relying on your astrological skills for all the juicy details would make this story a Mona exclusive. But that's not quite the kind of exclusive report I'm going for here. But don't you worry. They call it investigative journalism for a reason. We journos have our ways.
All right, well, best of luck with your investigation, then. Thanks again for bringing the bonus, Charlotte. Do give my regards to the chief editor. I will, and yes, we should. I'll hold you to that.
I think it's about time we started heading to the competition venue. The Mondstadt Regional Final should be starting shortly.
All right! Paimon can't wait to find out who the finalists are! Wow! So this is the venue, huh? Seems pretty lively here.
Well, if it isn't the Traveler in Paimon, what a rare surprise. Did you really come all this way just to watch Timmy and me in the final?
Kaya? You made it to the finals? Wait, what about your work with the Knights of Favonius? You better not be slacking off again.
Hey, come on now. That's no way to talk to a friend. Naturally, I wouldn't have considered entering the competition were I not already on top of my work. Enjoying a drink while playing a few rounds of cards. I can't think of a better way to relax outside of work, can you? Oh, just be sure not to tell Diona I said that.
Well, since you're in the competition, have you noticed anything suspicious going on so far? You know, like people stealing other players' cards and that kind of thing.
Stealing cards, you say? I'm afraid I haven't seen anything of that sort. Not while I've been playing, anyway. Why do you ask?
Well, we just ran into this journalist from Fontaine and she... Huh? Where'd Charlotte go? She was right here, wasn't she? Oh, I bet she snuck out to go find some tasty snacks for herself!
Journalist from Fontaine. Oh, you mean the one from the Steambird. I do recall seeing a Steambird reporter listed in the Knights of Favonius visitor log.
Yeah, that'll be her. She said that she saw a card snatcher at the tournament venue, so we're helping her investigate.
A card snatcher? How very interesting. But one question, Paimon. Are you sure that cards are really what this snatcher is after?
Huh? What makes you say that?
Hello, everyone! Your attention, please! The final is about to begin! Now, let's give a warm welcome to our 2 contestants!
Guess we'll have to leave it there. Let's continue this conversation another time. Thanks, Traveler.
Go get him, Kaya! We'll see you in a bit! So, Traveler, who do you think is gonna win? Yeah, Timmy seems to be a pretty strong TCG player. Either way, whoever wins is bound to make headlines. Wait, speaking of headlines, isn't that Charlotte's job? Huh. Maybe she got caught up trying out all the delicious Mondstadt snacks. Let's go look for her.
Keep up.
Charlotte, what happened? You just disappeared without saying anything.
Oh, I just didn't want to bother you while you were catching up with your friend.
But Kaya's one of the finalists. Don't you want to interview him or something? You did say you were supposed to be covering the competition.
I could churn out that kind of soft news piece in 5 minutes if I had to. Personally, I'm more interested in those 2. From the moment things kicked off, they've been acting very strangely, like they're trying to stay out of sight. I'm sure they must be plotting something.
You mean there are 2 card snatchers?
Shh! Keep your voice down! We don't want to scare them off. We need to wait until we've got something concrete. Then we can use my camera to catch them in the act. Huh? Wait! Where'd the other guy go?
He's on the run!
After him!
Huh? You seem like you've done this before. Do you spy on people often?
Oh, you're too kind. You should see the celebrities in Fontaine, the lengths they'll go to try and avoid the public eye. Compared to that, this is nothing.
That wasn't supposed to be a compliment.
He's heading toward Mondstadt's side gate. Let's follow him, but quietly. We mustn't let him spot us.
heading away from the city. How long are we gonna follow him for? At this rate, we're gonna miss Kaya and Timmy's match.
Oh, there. Looks like he stopped. Let's sit tight and see what happens.
Why did he come all the way out here? Is he gonna hide something? And now he's crouching down with his hands above his head. Wait! Treasure hoarders! He's in trouble! Quick! We need to rescue him!
Help! Someone save me!
What are the treasure hoarders doing so close to the city?
I'll uproot you! And shroud!
Rain cutter!
Are you alright?
Oh, thank goodness. I thought it was all over for me.
Those treasure hoarders, did you know them? It sure looked like they were here just for you.
Why would I know them? I was just out for a walk, minding my own business, and then the next thing I knew, I was surrounded.
Oh, really? Then why did they target you? It wouldn't be because of some dubious deal you were involved in at the tournament, would it?
Huh? A deal? I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, that's a shame. You see, I'm a journalist, and I just happened to snap a picture of you and one other individual in the middle of a deal back at the tournament. I was only going to ask you for an interview, but that was before you caused all this trouble. And now you're feigning ignorance of the deal in question. Maybe I'm just wasting my time. Shall I just cut my losses and hand over the evidence to the Knights of Favonius?
Whoa! No, please. I'll talk. But you gotta believe me, there's nothing shady going on, I swear.
Wow, that was some serious bluffing on Charlotte's part. She didn't take any pictures at all.
Back at the tournament, I was approached by some random guy who said that he wanted to buy a card back off me. I said, okay, how much are you offering? And when he told me the amount, my jaw practically hit the floor.
Really? What kind of card back was it?
Nothing special. I just picked it up at the general goods store. It had a treasure chest design on it. I only bought it because it was dirt cheap. This guy offered me 3 times what I paid for it and handed me the Mora right then and there. I could hardly believe my luck. So I decided to head somewhere less crowded and check the Mora was real. That's when I ran into the treasure hoarders.
Did you ask him why he wanted to purchase this item from you?
No, I didn't. Genius Invocation TCG has been getting pretty popular lately, and some people will pay good Mora to make their decks look flashy. It didn't strike me as that unusual. But after I gave him the card back, he let out a sigh of relief and said something about, that's all the Mondstadt ones. Next stop, Liyue, or something like that.
Or something like that? He either said that or he didn't. How certain are you?
I'm positive. I know what I heard. Once the card was in his hands, he suddenly relaxed like a huge burden had been taken off his shoulders. It was genuine relief. Could that card back really be as valuable as he thought?
That I don't know, but in the interests of your personal safety, I suggest you report all of this to the Knights of Favonius. After all, you weren't doing anything against the law, were you?
Right. Yeah, no, that makes sense. I'll go speak to the Knights of Favonius right away.
It sounds like that guy's just collecting rare card backs. Are you sure this is the person you're after, Charlotte?
Well, it definitely doesn't add up. You really think someone out there is going from nation to nation, shelling out huge sums of money for a few card backs bought from a grocery store? My gut tells me that there's more to this story than the card back alone. This entire entire situation reeks of exclusive news!
Ooh, treasure! Maybe the cardbacks make a treasure map! You know, collect all the pieces, put them together, and they reveal where the treasure is buried!
Who knows? But wherever this leads, we're definitely onto something. Even though I didn't manage to get a good look at his face, his physique and the way he moved were identical to the card snatcher I saw last time. I'm sure it's the same guy. He was much more discreet this time, though. I guess he didn't want to risk trying anything with so many potential witnesses around.
From the sounds of it, we need to head to Liyue next, right? Paimon can't wait! We have tons of friends in Liyue, too. But shouldn't we check in with Kaya before we leave? Paimon at least wants to find out who won the final.
Good idea. Let's go.
I hereby declare the winner of the Mondstadt Regional Final of the King of Invocations Grand Prix is... Timmy!
Wow, Timmy won! That's amazing!
I was beaten by the best. Timmy's a tough opponent. He had me on the back foot the entire time. It's all right. You don't need to comfort me. This must be the journalist from Fontaine you mentioned earlier. Charlotte, was it? Enchanté. I'm Kaya, cavalry captain of the Knights of Favonius. I trust you're enjoying your time in Mondstadt?
The pleasure is all mine. Mondstadt's reputation as the city of song and freedom is truly deserved. The mood here is simply delightful.
I'm glad you're liking it. Oh, by the way, I couldn't help but notice you all rushing towards the city's side gate earlier. Did you find something? I couldn't get it off my mind, even during the competition. I see.
So, it seems we have an answer to Kaya's question from earlier. What the card snatcher's really after is these card backs. But we still haven't figured out why he cares so much about them.
Well, while I'd love to accompany you all to Liyue Harbor, I'm afraid I still have my Knights of Favonius duties to attend to. In fact, our top priority right now is strengthening Mondstadt's defenses. Treasure hoarder activity has been increasingly rampant lately.
Don't worry, we'll keep you in the loop if we find anything. In fact, if Charlotte's journalistic instinct is on point, you'll probably be reading her exclusive report in the Steamboat before long.
Wonderful. Then I look forward to reading all about it.
Thanks for supporting quality journalism. Okay, let's take tonight off and head to Liyue Harbor tomorrow. It'll give me a chance to write down everything that's happened today.
Oh, Paimon wanted to ask. See the two people on this poster? Are they the inventors of Genius Invocation TCG? They look so young.
Maybe, but very little is known about either of them. Whether they've been living under a rock this whole time or just aren't interested in fame, I don't know. But hardly anybody has ever seen them.
The poster's probably just an artist's impression to capture the general look and feel of the duo. Beyond that, I doubt it's very true to life.
Sounds like they're a couple of socially reclusive scholars. If Paimon were in their shoes, she'd be showing up to all the events, signing autographs, selling cards, and probably getting complimentary food and drink.
I approve. And to top it off, you could play a few rounds of Genius Invocation with everyone.
I was reading up on the game's inventors before I came to Mondstadt. I was originally hoping to arrange an interview with them. But I soon discovered that there's no mention anywhere of where they live or of any Genius Invocation events that they've attended. It's as if they've designed the game and then never played it again.
Either they don't want to play the game, or they're unable to. But they must have their reasons.
I wonder if they'll show up at all during the King of Invocations Grand Prix.
Maybe, if you get lucky. And based on my experience, the Traveler seems to have no shortage of that.
Oh, really? Well, that gives me one less thing to worry about. Anyway, our focus is still on tracking down the card snatcher. I heard Snezhnaya has an old saying, if you try chasing 2 rabbits at once, you'll only end up empty-handed.
Well, the Traveler and Paimon can always split up and chase 1 rabbit each. Oh, okay. Now Paimon's feeling hungry. We can worry about all this later. Right now, it's time to get some grub.
You can always trust Paimon to know where life's priorities lie. If it's food you're after, I recommend taking a look at the nearby stalls. The tournament has brought quite a crowd, so there's a lot of fun to be had around the venue.
Sounds great! Thanks, Kaya!
The value of knowledge cannot simply be quantified in monetary terms.
City on the Lake teams with talent in TCG tournament as young prodigy best Favonian cavalry captain. This title saves face for the Knights, but lacks a little oomph. Top strategic mind of the Knights of Favonius outsmarted by Bridge Boy in 5-round failure. Captain's championship hopes crushed in dazzling Dark Horse defeat? Maybe I should stick with my first draft.
I won! Thanks! I can't wait to tell my mom. This'll make her really happy, won't it? Mom was the one who kept telling me I should join the tournament, so I'm gonna give the prizes to her. I really wish my dad could see me now.
Wait, why is everyone leaving? Did I miss it?
Ah, Mika. Too bad you weren't here to see it. I'm afraid that Captain Kaya lost.
What? Tell me everything. What happened?
Well, I don't know much about Genius Invocation myself, but I did try to follow along by listening in to what everyone was saying. Captain Kaya took out one of Timmy's character cards right at the start, giving him an early advantage. But I guess that was all part of his opponent's strategy? In any case, Timmy spent the first few rounds stocking up cards in his hand and then swung the game with a brutal offensive right at the end. But, you know, maybe the match was already over from the moment they flipped the coin and determined that Kaya would go second. Whew, I need a drink.
Calm down, bro. Now's not the time to start drinking your sorrows away. Knowing Captain Kaya, he wouldn't want to see you upset over his loss. Hey, why don't we learn how to play too? Maybe then we'll get to play against Captain Kaya someday. Though, I'm sure we'd lose pretty badly to him.
Yeah, you're right, Mika. Not a bad plan.
Hey there. Something else you wanted to discuss? The game's really caught on lately. It's a part of everyday life now. Everywhere you go, you see people playing it. In fact, some people have even given up drinking in order to keep a clear head during the game. I'm sure Diona will be happy to hear that. Don't worry, everyone's just fine. I actually managed to convince Jean to join me for a game, but we only got part of the way through before she was called away. I ended up having to finish the match for the two of us. What can you do? Everyone has to put their work first. But, seeing how successful the tournament has turned out and how much fun everyone's had, I'm hoping that she at least has one less thing to worry about. Sure. We should have a game of Genius Invocation TCG when you get the chance.
It's about time for us to head off to Liyue. We've got a card snatcher to catch. Wow. Liyue Harbor is still bustling as always.
Where merchants flock and all ships dock. Now I understand what that saying was trying to describe. Still, nothing beats seeing it with your own eyes.
Welcome to Liyue Harbor. I hope you had a smooth journey. Lady Ningguang instructed me to wait for you here.
Oh, it's Ningguang's secretary! Which Bai is it again?
It's Baiwen. I assist Lady Ningguang with collecting and organizing intelligence.
That's right, Byron! Paimon remembers now. The other two are Baishir and Baishao.
Lady Ningguang? You mean Tianxuan of the Liyue Qixing?
Yep, that's her. But why does Ningguang want to see us? Wait, and how does she even know that we'd be arriving in Liyue Harbor today?
Lady Ningguang likes to stay informed. Nothing slips through her intelligence network. She wishes to invite our visitor from Fontaine, Mademoiselle Charlotte, to join her at Eugene Terrace to discuss cooperation.
What would she want with me? This is the first time I've ever been to Liyue Harbor.
Lady Ningguang has known of you for quite some time. A talented and capable journalist with the Steambird who writes insightful, engaging, and, most importantly, factual prose. She rather admires your work. She also understands that in revealing the truth through your exclusive news, you have offended some interested parties that have been pulling strings behind the scenes. And that is why you have been sent on an international reporting trip to cover the Genius Invocation TCG events.
Wait, what? That's terrible! Oh, poor Charlotte.
No, it's just part of the job. I'm already used to it. But I'm surprised to learn that Lady Ningguang knows so much about my situation. Does she know my boss or something?
Paimon wouldn't be surprised. She seems to know everyone and everything.
Lady Ningguang also welcomes the two of you to join, if you're interested.
Oh, you didn't tell me you were best buddies with Lady Ningguang.
Oh, Paimon wouldn't go that far. We've just been invited to the Jade Chamber as honored guests a couple times. You know. But anyway, if Ningguang wants to discuss work stuff with Charlotte, it's probably gonna be best if we stay out of the way, right? Maybe we can go ask around about the card snatcher while you have your meeting with Ningguang.
Oh, are you sure? All right, thanks. Then I'll leave you to it. Let's catch up and swap notes later. I'm actually pretty excited to meet Lady Ningguang, so I don't want to keep her waiting.
Very well. Please, Mademoiselle Charlotte, follow me.
See you two later.
Sounds like Charlotte's a top-notch journalist, huh? Paimon's not sure what that exclusive news is all about, but it definitely sounds like a big deal. And if she manages to write up an article about this card snatcher case, we'll be featured in her exclusive news too!
It feels like we're about to become famous.
Yep, you're right. Okay, why don't we start asking around at the docks? There's always a lot of people coming and going. Maybe someone's seen people trading cards there. For you.
Hello. Ask away. If it's fish you want, I've got all the answers.
Actually, it's not about fish. We were just wondering, since you're here all day running your stall, have you seen anyone collecting card backs for Genius Invocation TCG?
Genius Invocation TCG. Afraid I don't know anything about that. People come here for blackback bass, but not card backs.
Really? Sorry to bother you then. We'll try our luck somewhere else.
Don't you want to buy some fish to take with you? All my fish are super fresh, you know.
Hi there, can we ask you a question?
Sure, go ahead. I'll, answer as best I can.
Have you noticed anyone here collecting card backs for Genius Invocation TCG recently?
Card backs? No, I'm afraid not. Sorry. Just before, a girl in Inazuman attire walked by and I've been sneezing nonstop since.
Well, take care of yourself and get well soon. We'll keep asking around.
I'll be alright. While the Millilith stands guard, evil shall never prevail.
Hi there! We'd like to ask you about something.
Oh, sure, ask away. The ship's already set sail anyway, so I've got all the time in the world.
Have you seen anyone around here recently collecting card backs? You know, for that really popular game, Genius Invocation TCG?
Collecting card backs? I've definitely seen people around here playing the game, but I'm usually preoccupied with thinking about the sea. I've never paid too much attention to it.
It's fine. We'll ask someone else.
Oh, I really can't afford to wake up late next time.
Well, this got off to a slow start. Let's try somewhere else.
Hey, you two. Looking for someone?
Huh? Paimon knows that voice. It's Kazuha!
Nice to see you again, Traveler and Paimon. Very well, thank you. Even better now that you're here. Captain Beidou needed to return to Liyue to take care of some business, so I've been taking the chance to get to walk around town. It's a nice surprise to run into you two here. Looks like you have questions. May I be of any help?
Well, long story short...
I see. Well, the harbor breeze is as peaceful and pleasant as ever. I don't believe that the card snatcher you're looking for has been through here.
Huh. Okay.
I'm not sure if that's good news or bad in your eyes. Oh, by the way, it seems there's a competition being held nearby. I stopped to have a look. This Genius Invocation TCG. It seems to be immensely popular at the moment.
Wait, have you never played it before, Kazuha?
No, I haven't. I have quietly observed from the side. The captain brought a small box aboard recently that contained a variety of beautifully illustrated cards. She enjoys playing with the crew while enjoying a few drinks. A few too many, perhaps.
That's called a casket of tomes. It's what you use to carry your cards in, and it helps you find players nearby, too. You should give it a try, Kazuha. The rules are pretty easy to pick up, and then you'll have a fun game to play with your friends.
Forging friendship through card-based combat does sound quite delightful. All right then. Show me the ropes, if you please.
Paimon can teach you. Paimon's watched the Traveler play a ton of times, so even Paimon's a master invocator now. After we teach you the rules, we'll also have to get you a casket of tomes.
But what about this card snatcher you're looking for? Is not dealing with that more urgent at present?
Oh, good point. Paimon got so caught up chatting with our old friend that she nearly forgot about our promise to our new friend. Now where should we go next? Huh? Hey, look over there! Isn't that the Inazuman courier who Diona was chatting with back in Mondstadt? What's she doing here?
Huh. I just noticed the logo at her waist. Isn't that Komania Express?
Huh? Do you know that company, Kazuha?
Yes, I've heard of it. They provide delivery services in Inazuma.
Looks like she's having some trouble. Why don't we go and introduce ourselves?
Which way is it from here?
Hey there! You look lost. Need any help?
You frightened the life out of me! Huh? Oh, I recognize you. Weren't you at the Cat's-Tail in Mondstadt?
Yep, Paimon's name is Paimon, and these two are the Traveler and Kaitahara Kazuha. It's a strange coincidence running into you again.
Hello. Hello. My name's Kirara. I'm a courier for Inazuma's Komania Express.
I know Komania Express is widely praised for its punctual and safe delivery services, but I wasn't aware that the company had started operating internationally.
Wow, it's rare to meet a fellow Inazuman abroad. Our company just recently began expanding its services overseas, which is great for me because now I basically get paid to travel all around the world. Only downside is, I sometimes get a bit lost when it's my first time in a new city. Sometimes, when I'm running late, I even have to change back into my original form and climb over walls to make sure the parcel's on time. Do you happen to know the way to the Wangsheng funeral parlor? I feel like I've been going in circles all day.
Yeah, we know the place. We'll show you the way.
You will? Oh, thank you so much!
Keep up. Keep up.
Down on the ground, the dice spin around, while high in the sky, the sun shines bright. That last line could use some work.
Here we are. This is it.
Oh, why, it's the Traveler and Paimon. What brings you here? And I see you've brought some friends, clients, business partners, new associates.
Maybe leave the introductions to Paimon. This is Kaitahara Kazuha, and this is Kirara.
Hello. It is an honor to meet you.
Greetings, old friends and new. So, what brings you all to Wangsheng Funeral Parlor this fine day? Wait, don't tell me. Is it our latest promotion? One touch that you journeyed all this way?
No, we were just giving Kirara directions.
Hello, ma'am. Are you Director Huta of the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor? I'm your Komania Express courier, and we have a delivery for you. I just need to ask you for a signature.
Let me see. Oh yes, I've been expecting this. Delivery services these days make everything so much easier. I used to have to send my consultant running to and fro for this kind of thing. Say, Kirara, how flexible is your company in terms of delivering different types of goods? How about a living person? And what about someone who's more in between alive and dead?
tails are standing up on end.
Guess that's a no. Well, maybe we can talk about potentially expanding your company's services sometime.
Could I trouble you to take a moment and leave a 5-star review?
5 stars? Well, that's an odd number. Let's make it an even 6. No, much too low. Service this good deserves at least 8. In fact, 9. 1 extra for going the extra mile.
Oh, 5 stars will be plenty, really. But your enthusiasm means a lot. All right, I should be on my way now. Thanks again for the directions. No, not necessarily. Business has been picking up lately, so the company has hired lots of new staff. But I handle all the international deliveries because I'm the quickest. I am a yokai after all.
So chances are that we'll see you on the road again soon.
Cool. Well, I look forward to seeing you all again soon. Although, hopefully next time it won't be because I'm lost.
I heard you reciting a poem just now, Director Who. May I ask from where you drew your inspiration?
Oh, do you share a liking for poetry as well?
Once in a while, I throw words at each other and see what sticks.
Yeah, there's no need for self-deprecation. I've seen people from all walks of life. And I can tell just from the way your sleeves flutter in the wind that you are a man of culture. Anyway, I'm preparing for the tournament final that will be held shortly. Anyone feeling poetic? I need ideas.
Tournament final? Ooh, you mean the Genius Invocation TCG tournament?
Yeah, that's the one. My next opponent is no small fry. Most of the time he's so unassuming you couldn't pick him out of a crowd. But during this tournament, it's like he sprang up out of the ground like a whopper flower and took the competition completely by surprise. So I have a strong feeling that this will be a tough battle to win.
And shouldn't you be focusing on your strategy? How is writing poetry gonna help?
Because skill doesn't thrill unless you've also got style.
What?
Let me give you an example you'd be more familiar with. To make a great dish, it takes not just flavor, but presentation too. Ever heard the saying, it takes 2 flint to light a fire? Same principle applies when you're trying to make an impression.
That sounds like it makes sense. Or does it? Oh, Paimon can never tell with Hu Tao.
In duels to the death, some samurai pay each other respects before the fight. Often, the two opponents find they have much in common.
See? New guy gets it. What did I say? A man of culture.
You flatter me, Director Who. In my humble opinion, you could try incorporating your competitive aspirations into your lines. Or perhaps some words to intimidate your opponent.
Oh, we have an expert among us. Hey, why don't you play a match with me? It'll help me warm up and maybe find some creative inspiration.
As much as I'd like to oblige, I'm afraid that I haven't played before. I don't even have my own deck.
Perfect! Paimon really wants to watch you play. How about Paimon gives Kazuha a crash course right now?
Since everyone is so willing to offer their help, how can I refuse?
So there you have it! Those are the rules! Paimon also included a few little tips and tricks she's picked up from watching the Traveler play. Well, think you can handle it from here, Kazuha?
I think I've got it. Thank you, Paimon-sensei.
Sensei? Wow! Paimon's never been called that before!
Well, Kazuha? Ready to go one-on-one against Liyue's most notorious backstreet poet?
Yes. Thank you for the opportunity, Director Who.
Any last words before the duel begins?
One moment. Okay, I think I've got something.
Wow, that was fast.
All right. Say your piece, Challenger.
Whoa, things are really heating up.
Minds like sharp blades clash. Friendship forged through cards and dice. Autumn leaves burn bright. I, Kaedehara Kazuha, humbly accept this duel.
The birds are chirping, the weather's so nice. Watch me roll 6 pyro dice. Director Hu of the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor is ready for battle. My turn. Chi?
I am defeated. It's no wonder that Director Hu has earned a spot in the tournament finals.
Talk about an exciting match, though.
Good thing I was able to send off all those summons of yours. I have to say, it's hard to believe that this was your first time playing.
I owe it all to Paimon-sensei's teaching.
Huh? You really mean that? Yay! Hey! Paimon's always been able to float in the air! Well, Kazuha, did you enjoy Genius Invocation TCG?
Yes, indeed. There is a good variety of card abilities, and the tempo of the match can swing in an instant. I understand now why it's become so popular across Teyvat.
Oh, seems the world's gained yet another TCG player.
Ka-ching! When did you get here?
Shortly after these two had begun their match, everyone seemed so focused on the game that I didn't want to interrupt. You must be Kaedehara Kazuha? Your reputation precedes you. It's an honor to finally meet you.
Please, the honor is all mine. I have heard great things about the esteemed Yuheng from Captain Beidou.
Just call me Kuching. You played very well indeed, considering it was your first time. I'm impressed. If we ever have the opportunity, I too would like to play a match with you.
Wow, Kazuha's already lined up his next opponent.
Why so surprised? Practically everyone at Yujing Terrace is playing Genius Invocation TCG these days. I also play from time to time, when time permits.
It would be my pleasure to join you for a match. However, I can't borrow the Traveler's deck forever. Our match might have to wait until after I manage to obtain my own casket of tomes.
Oh, that shouldn't be a problem. When we get back to the tournament venue, I'll ask a member of the Genius Invocation TCG Society to provide one for you. And please don't think about returning the favor. I assure you it's no inconvenience. Besides, a friend of the Traveler is a friend of us all.
I am grateful for your kindness, Kuching.
Pleasure. Also, Hu Tao, the final is about to start. I just came to make sure you're aware.
Don't worry. It might look like my mind's on other things, but I'm still listening. Thorough preparation is the key to victory, after all.
Will you all be coming with us to the venue?
All right, back to the task at hand. We're investigating a card snatcher. Have any of you seen someone going around collecting Genius Invocation card backs recently?
Card backs? You mean like the kind with a treasure chest design on it?
Yes, exactly, that's the one.
Funny, the word snatcher didn't come to mind when I saw him. He struck me as more of a potential client. I saw him playing a match against Chongyun this morning. He said that whoever lost would have to hand over their card back. It was close, but he managed to beat Chongyun in the end. After the match, he wiped the sweat from his forehead, took the card back from Chongyun, and left.
Sounds like we need to go talk to Chongyun then.
In that case, try Uwang Hill. I think that's where he should be.
If I may ask, what else is this alleged card snatcher suspected of doing?
We don't know too much about him, apart from his obsession with card backs. But apparently, he's stolen other players' cards before.
I see. I'll inform the Millilith to be on the lookout for this individual. But while he's still at large, make sure you stay safe.
I think I'll go with the Traveler to Uwang Hill.
All right, see you later.
With so many people rooting for me, I'm sure the match will be over before I can say phew. All right, let's go find Changyun.
Hey, don't panic. I'm sure we'll find her.
Changyun, we found you!
Paimon, Traveler. And...
Hello, I am Kaedehara Kazuha.
Hi, I'm Changyun, an exorcist from Liyue. Long story short, this boy lost his friend while they were playing hide-and-seek.
I told little you not to hide anywhere too far away, but I've looked everywhere, and I still can't find her.
Uh-oh, it could be dangerous to get lost out here in the wilderness. We'll help look for her too. Did you see which direction she went?
Yeah, I kind of peeked a little bit when I was counting. She went that way.
Okay, then let's start looking in that direction.
Keep up.
Little you? Little you? Where are you?
A snapped branch and some trampled grass. It looks like the girl was hiding here.
Guess that means we're on the right track. Let's keep going. Not the treasure hoarders again. Oh, let's hope little you didn't run into them.
Mine's your fate.
Seems like an emergency.
Let's nip that in the bud. On with the force.
Let me weave you a verse.
Kaisato armor. Suiyu!
Seriously, why are we always running into these guys?
Hey, everyone. Have a look at this.
Are those genius invocation cards?
Oh, I know that one. It belongs to little you. Her dad gave her a deck, and it's her favorite thing. She takes it with her everywhere.
So little you is definitely here. But there's a fork in the road up ahead. Oh, which way should we go?
Wait a moment. Did Little Yu's father also give her a small box to store the cards?
Yeah, a casket of tomes. I have one too.
Oh, of course. Why didn't I think of that?
Yes. As long as she still has the box with her, we should be able to determine her location.
Quick, get our casket of tomes out! Let's see. There's Changyun and little Fang. Aha! There's another player over there! That must be little you!
Little you!
Little Fang? I'm sorry. I shouldn't have gone so far away. I was trying to find a hiding place, but then I saw a bunch of really angry-looking guys and I got scared. So I ran and ran till I ended up here.
Don't worry. We've already taken care of the bad guys. But Uwang Hill is full of yin energy. You shouldn't be playing in a place like this. Understand?
Yes, sir. We won't do it again. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you for rescuing me.
Of course. Now, don't go running off. Hang tight for a moment, and I'll walk you both home.
Paimon's glad she was okay.
Me too. Good on Kazuha for coming up with the Casket of Tomes idea.
Yeah, how did the rest of us not think of that? Guess we use it so often when we're playing cards that it didn't occur to us to use it for anything else. What a nifty little gadget. The Sumeru scholars who invented it must be super brainy. Oh, by the way, Changyun, we wanted to ask you about something.
Oh, I knew there was something fishy about his obsession with card backs. I can't believe it! I let a thief slip right through my fingers! Whoa. Deep breaths. Stay calm.
It's not your fault. You didn't know what his intentions were. If I'd been in your shoes and he invited me to a duel on the same terms, I doubt I'd have sensed anything untoward either.
Exactly. He's crafty. If you're not paying attention, he'll just steal the card he wants. And if that doesn't work, he'll come up with some other way to get his hands on it.
Did he happen to say anything after he got the card back?
Not a lot. He seemed to be in a hurry. He just packed up his things and then left for the docks. But I did hear him grumbling about how far away Inazuma is, and how he wasn't looking forward to the boat journey.
This guy sure talks to himself a lot. Well, it sounds like a pretty solid lead, so Paimon thinks we should follow it. But first, we should stop by the venue.
Then I guess I'll take Little Fong and Little Yu home now. Though I'd really rather help track down that thief. Sure. I'm counting on you.
Whoa. Is it just Paimon, or did things suddenly get gloomier here after Changyun left? Huh.
What an incredible match. Truly mesmerizing to watch two players compete at such a high level.
What? We missed the final again? Ugh, Paimon was hoping we'd at least get to catch a glimpse of the final round.
You're back. Did you find Chongyun? Everything go smoothly?
There were a few hiccups along the way, but in the end, it all turned out fine. So Hu Tao, did you win your match?
Of course! It didn't go quite as phew as I'd expected, but all in all, it was still a good ol' wham bam I'd like to thank my fam! My opponent was no pushover. We both took out a couple of each other's character cards before it came down to the decisive round. I closed my eyes, held my breath, and clenched the dice tightly in my hand as I prayed for the blessings of all my supporters in the audience, both visible and invisible, wink wink. Can you guess what happened next? Channeling all my skill and style, with a flick of the wrist, I released the dice from my hands and shouted my battle cry at the top of my lungs.
Watch me roll 6 pyro dice!
And lo and behold, when the dice came to rest, I counted precisely 6 of the pyro persuasion. It was all over before I could say, pyre, pants on fire.
Wow, sounds like your poem worked like a charm!
Director Who's playstyle is rapid but graceful, like a lone butterfly navigating the depths of a forest. With a little luck beneath her wings, she soared above the competition.
Luck is a key ingredient in every success. Wouldn't you agree, Traveler?
Oh, it's Ningguang and Charlotte! Finished with your business meeting?
Yep. I have to say, the Tianquan has a very incisive mind. She's extremely insightful. I gotta admit, I'm kinda envious of Baiwen now. Oh, wow. You must be Kaidahara Kazuha.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Charlotte.
First the Traveler, now Kazuha. Feels like I've been inducted into the Tevat Heroes Club. I remember when you made the headlines of the Steambird. Young samurai blocks the Muso no Hitotachi. You captured the public imagination in Fontaine for some time.
My oh my. I had no idea I was up against such a legendary warrior in our card duel earlier.
That's all in the past now. I count myself as the fortunate one today for this chance to make so many new friends.
Today is indeed a momentous day to have brought us all together. I propose that I treat everyone to a meal to mark the occasion, if it pleases you all.
Oh? Sounds like it's victory meal time. Count me in. You'll have to excuse me for a moment while I wrap things up at the tournament venue. I'll join you all later.
This is great! We can have a nice hearty meal and get a good sleep tonight before heading off to Inazuma tomorrow.
Inazuma? Does this mean you found a new lead on the Card Snatcher?
Sure did! Investigating is what we do best! Well, okay, guess luck played a part in it too.
I still have some things to take care of here in Liyue, so I'm afraid I won't be able to accompany you to Inazuma.
Okay, but remember to keep working on your genius invocation skills. You never know when Paimon-sensei will show up for a surprise inspection!
I've also heard some things about this card snatcher you're pursuing.
Already? Wow, nothing gets past Ningguang, huh?
A new card back appeared on the market recently. It's extremely rare and bears an image of a treasure chest. Some players are willing to pay exorbitant amounts of more for things of this nature, as they believe they can improve their luck. So I looked into them briefly to see whether there was any genuine commercial value in them. I quickly learned that every card back with that particular design had been scooped up overnight. There's not a single one left in all of Liyue. Initially, I thought this might be just another case of a merchant hoarding goods in hopes of maximizing their profits. But once I heard more, I realized it must be the thief you are after.
Is there anything else unusual about these card backs other than their rarity?
Unfortunately, since I didn't manage to procure one for myself, I'm unable to say for sure. All I know is that despite being custom-made, they are not particularly exquisite. If they were, you can be sure I would have purchased one sooner.
The mystery of this card snatcher gets more baffling at every turn.
It doesn't matter. Given how much he likes to talk to himself, he's sure to spill all his secrets sooner or later.
Every journey into the unknown is a mystery waiting to be solved. But often it is encounters with the unexpected that make the journey all the more interesting. For instance, it was certainly a pleasant surprise for me today to meet top talents from all around Tevat.
Hi there, my name's Charlotte. I'm a reporter for the Steambird. Could I borrow a moment of your time for a brief interview?
Sure, go ahead.
You made a promising start in this competition, leaving many contenders in the dust on your way to the finals, before narrowly missing out on a championship win when you lost to Director Hu Tao of the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. It must be difficult for you knowing how close you came to victory. With this in mind, would you like to share your thoughts on how the final match played out?
Sorry, do you want an answer for the media, or do you want my actual thoughts?
I'd like to hear your actual thoughts, of course.
Well, I've always said that playing cards is 70% skill and 30% luck. But when your opponent rolls 6 dice of the same element at once, there's no coming back from that. Not even with Adeptus-level skills. So there was no hope for a mere adventurer like me.
I've heard that even the unofficial Genius Invocation tournament is enjoying a huge turnout. Many serious TCG players have registered for both the official and unofficial ones. As for me, I don't mind trying my hand at the trending games from time to time, though I still prefer chess. But when it comes down to it, whatever differences there may be between the various games around, they all share one important thing in common. They bring friends together.
By the way, does Captain Beto play Genius Invocation TCG by any chance?
Yes. In fact, she's one of the best in the whole Crux fleet.
Would you mind putting in a word for me, Kazuha? I'm a longtime fan of Captain Beto's. I always hoped I'd be friends with her someday, but so far I've never had the chance.
Sure. But please be gentle when you inevitably defeat her in Genius Invocation.
Us.